Hey guys. Hi. How are you today? Hello, hello. So, for those of you who may not know me, I am Catherine Oster and I am a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. I'm also a horse trainer and a tractor driver and a mom and all of the things. And I just want to say that hey Carrie, how are you? Hi Megan. I'm actually finally really excited to be doing these lives. So I started this in April or May. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's like 7 or 8 months of doing a weekly live. I don't think I've missed a week. I've moved the day a little bit. And I'm finally excited to be coming on live. Like before, I really enjoyed it and I loved it after the fact. I've never been excited before. And this is the first time I've been excited before. Um, all of the things like I would be nervous, I wouldn't know what I was going to talk about. And finally, it's just getting to more space, like just by continuously choosing it. I'm excited. Now, I don't know if you can tell if I'm any different than I was before, but I just wanted to share that with you. And that actually leads me into what I wanted to chat with you guys about today is the fact that you are aware. Did you know that? Did you know that 99% of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you are feeling or that are in your head are not yours? So I've had a few really amazing examples the last 24 hours about just how aware we are. And the first one was last night. I work with my mom for the whole month of November and, right up till Saturday, so into December. They have an outfitting area and they have like American hunters that come up and they come up and hunt some white-tailed deer and they stay at my mom and dad's place. And so I help my mom every night with supper and lunches. And so we see each other every day. And and actually, this is the first year that it's been really pretty fun for me for the most part. There's been no, like sometimes we would get into arguments or, like little things, but there's not that. Like this year, it's all just so much more ease. And I've been doing the Ease, Joy, and Glory Challenge, which, hi, Loretta, you made it. Yay. Which, by the way, if you haven't signed up yet, I have just came up with a couple of really good goodies, freebies, some fun gifts for the people who register with their email, even if you're already in that Facebook group and you've been watching the lives. And I will get you guys all the details of how to do that. Oh my God, I love all the hearts. Thank you. And you're distracting me. Hi, Jamie. I'll get you guys all the details about that by tomorrow because I'll create it tonight. Anyway, so working with my mom. Okay, last night, I was going to make a couple of lunches for Travis, my husband, and the other fellow who works for them taking the hunters out. His name is Justin. And they're pretty good buddies. And on their paper bag lunch, I was like, we should write a really funny name, like not just their normal name, like something funny, like let's joke with them a little bit. And so my mom is like, so right away after I said that in my head, I'm like, oh, why don't I write Tweedledee and Tweedledum for one of them? They got this exact same lunch, so it doesn't matter who's who. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And then a few minutes later, my mom's like, why don't you write Tweedledee and Tweedledum? And I'm like, oh my God. So who thought of it first? Did she think of it? And then I like got it. Or did I think of it first and she just voiced what she was aware of? Like, it was so clear to me. We're so psychic and we're so aware. And so I laughed. I'm like, that's a really good idea. And so that's my first main example. Hi, Jan, how are you? And then again, so I had a lady coming over for a riding lesson this morning. And, she's been coming since the summertime, actually. She comes almost every week. And she's a joy for me to teach and coach. And she's so much fun and her horse. And we always have a great time. But this morning, I was kind of like, I don't really feel like it. like I had these feelings, like I don't really feel like doing this writing lesson today. And I'm like, I caught it and I'm like, well, that's interesting. And then I just asked, well, how much fun can I have during this writing lesson? Like, how much fun could this actually be? And I left it at that. And I just left it. I didn't play with it. I never minded. I left it. And so she showed up and we had our lesson and it was really fun. We worked on some really cool stuff. Her horse was amazing, as he is. And she was great. And then at the end of the lesson, we're just chatting in the barn for a few minutes. And she said to me, she's like, Catherine, at this time of year, I just have such a hard time getting motivated in the mornings. Like, it's still dark out and I don't feel like getting ready. And but she's like, but I know that after I get to your place and we have our lesson, like I know that it's so much fun and I'm always so happy that I came, but it's just so hard for me to get ready in the mornings. And I kind of laughed. And she's like, I don't know if I have seasonal disorder or what. And I started laughing. No, we don't have any, we have access conversations, but she's never taken a bars class or anything like that. But I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, holy fuck, how aware are you? And how aware am I? I had that thought, like, I don't feel like it. And then that would be about the time that she's getting ready to come to my place. I'm like, that is so interesting. That is so interesting. So, how aware are you? And is it yours? And what if, are you willing to go to the question with every thought that you have and ask, is this mine? Is this true for me? And so like I'm going to acknowledge, like, I was aware of that. I don't feel like it. And then I just asked a question, like, how much fun could we have? So I, interrupted the algorithm or whatever with a question, and that created something different. And then I got the information later that she was aware of the same thing. And was it really even hers, like, so especially at this time of year, it's Christmas time, it's December, and so many people, there's so much lack and anxiety. And don't get me wrong if that's not your reality. Hallelujah, congratulations. And if it is it yours? Would you like to be choosing something different with that? And if you don't know what that choice is yet, you can't see a way to be different, what if you could ask a question? And join me on my Ease, Joy, and Glory challenge, where I'll get the details with this video for you to sign up if you would love to. And I would love to have you. And is it yours? And now, as it's been 2014 is when I took my first, November 2014 is when I took my first Bars and Foundation class. And so that's like 5 years ago now. If I do the math correctly, that's 5 years ago now. And the energetics of strengthening your reality, like the question, choice, possibility, it's a muscle. You have to like do your energetic push-ups, which is asking the question, staying present, engaging with what's going on around you, and not shutting off your awareness and not buying that everything that comes into your head is yours. When you go shopping, you are going to be aware of lack because there's probably people around you that are being that. So when you have those thoughts in your head, like, oh my God, I can't afford this, or oh my God, this is too much money, are they yours? You're going to be aware of them. They're going to come up. That doesn't mean that they're yours. Now, the next thing is super important is, what do you do with that information? Do you then go into a headspin and drive yourself crazy that you spent too much money, judge yourself for spending too much money, rather than asking a question and just stopping it, just never minding it, just acknowledging that you're aware? Never mind. Okay, that's a possibility of, I don't have enough money for this. I'm going to choose to put it on my credit card, and I'm not going to judge myself for it because I asked this thing if it would make me money, and it said yes. So I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust what I know, and I'm not going to judge myself for it. and I'm just going to choose it and I'm going to see what gets created. There's so much more space in that. And so, yes, what else is possible with Christmas and the holiday season that you don't think is possible? That if you allowed the possibilities would actualize a totally different reality beyond this reality. And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And if you've never heard that before, that is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. And it is an energetic magic wand that any energy that comes up with that question will just clear and things will start to change. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, or touch on is, it's gone. What was it? Oh, okay, it's back. The muscle building thing. So I've just really noticed that this last, I want to say the last year, but really I've noticed since August, the last 4 months, finally the question, choice, possibility, reality actually seems like a stronger choice to me more and more. Like that is now becoming more of my default, more of my what I'm being, rather than the reality, this reality that I had before, which was the doing, which was the thinking, which was really slow, which was not very much fun, which didn't include a lot of money, which didn't have a lot of ease. So those were the things. And in 5 years, I've, asked the questions, done the homework as the best of my ability. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. There were moments where I would, I don't know, go back to judging myself because that was easier. Moments that I would let myself be cranky, and I still let myself be cranky, except for it's different now because it's more of, there's no judgment to it. I'm just willing to be whatever energy I want to be in that moment. And so 5 years of never give up, never give in, never quit with the questions. And it is finally becoming stronger. Like the muscle of asking a question is stronger. And so, yes, I felt like this would never show up and that judgment was always going to be easier than receiving and being. And never give up, never give in, and never quit. So whatever it takes. When you find yourself feeling really frustrated and like nothing is changing, have you acknowledged what has changed? And what I would go to is I would just go to a radio show. I would go watch a video. I would listen to a past class audio, like something to get me like a life raft back to consciousness, or a life raft that will float me beyond this reality. Whatever I required, getting my bars ran, receiving a body process, having allowance for myself as I am building the muscle. Because when you start doing gymnastics, you don't start doing the splits. I mean, come on, you can, do like maybe 1/8 of the splits. I don't know. But the more flexible you become, the easier it is. And so never give up, never give in, never quit. And you're aware. And I thank you for all the hearts, Carrie. I love them. You're aware, and come and play with me on my Ease, Joy, and Glory Challenge, because I have some really fun things in store for you guys that I haven't told anybody else yet. And I will get you guys all those details within 24 hours. So thank you for you. Thank you for joining me, and have an amazing rest of your day. And I cannot wait to see you someday, somewhere in the world. Bye-bye for now.